It's your girl JxHoney, and we are live here at the BYOB retreat, and I have a special guest in front of me. If you could let the people know who you are.
Yes, it's Miracle, aka the Finesse Queen from Complex.
True. And yes, Miracle just got off the stage speaking about, the analytics behind KPIs and a whole bunch of great things. So can you kind of summarize, what you guys just talked about?
Yes, so KPIs are going to be the ways you set goals for your business. That could be a campaign, that could be the way you're reaching your audience. It literally just means a way of measuring the success of your business and the goal that you have with that intention of how you're reaching those people.
Okay, cool. And so at what moment did you realize you wanted to work in media and entertainment?
Well, in general, I studied communication. So I started to realize that everything is intentional. So what we see in terms of the television, what we hear is all for a reason. And a lot of that content is being targeted to us. So before I start consuming the new TV show and watching an ad, I want to understand what is the intention that the business has for me being an audience, being a participant within the audience. So I was looking at it from the other side. And so now being able to be a part of a media company, I get to see really the inner workings and how it really works in terms of reaching out to people and what they're trying to accomplish. And it's just really interesting. The average eye will see a show and think, oh, we watched the new Empire or something like that. When in actuality, it's sponsored by Lincoln. Right. They sponsor the episode, and that's why you see certain placements and products and things like that. On all of that is viewability and views and things like that, which can transfer into the digital media space as well.
And so who or what motivated you to take that leap of faith, to enter into the entertainment space?
Well, it definitely was a leap of faith. That is for sure, because I moved from DC to LA, and at the time I was actually working in retail. Just in general in Los Angeles, it's heavily dominated by the industry, but I found myself aligned with Complex. It was representative of me and my beliefs, so it made it a lot easier, made it a lot more comfortable taking that risk.
Cool. So I see you play the violin.
Yes.
And in middle school, little fun fact, I played the viola.
Yes.
But clearly I can't play now. So I understand, the discipline and structure that goes into becoming an essential piece in an orchestra. Do you feel like the discipline-wise, playing the violin goes hand in hand with how to keep your professional life structured?
Absolutely, because everything is a balance, and you're not necessarily going to be successful right away. Like for me, people look at me and they say, well, you could play anything, which is true. I can pretty much play on just any song. However, that took a lot of practice, and I'm not one of those people that it just comes naturally to. I still had to learn and unlearn certain things too, and habits. So these are things that are skills that you have to apply on a day-to-day basis. You have to accept that you might not know everything, that you might have to keep learning and keep practicing at that. So it's everything, all encompassing.
That's what's up. So what are some motivational keys that you would offer to women trying to enter into media and or the digital space?
I would say is just be unapologetically you. For me, I worked corporate worlds, I worked retail. I think we all have some of the same grievances in terms of, our bosses and things like that, being the angry black woman, I'm hip to all that. However, I know I'm not here for just no reason. I know that people wouldn't hire me for just no reason at all. And I try to make sure that I remain me regardless. And I stick to what I believe in. I stick to my guts. And I don't accept the labels that people try to say. Like if they want to say whatever they want to say about me, or come up with some idea, that's fine. But I think it's important to stick to your values, stick to your guts, and be unwavering of that, because you wouldn't be in the position that you're in if there wasn't some likability or something that was valuable in that sense. So don't lose that.
Right. And let's see. So do you have like a certain regimen that you go about to kind of stay motivated in your professional life, whether it be like meditation or playing a violin?
Yeah, I would say when things like get frustrating, or like, when it gets difficult, one of my things that I do is I literally just yell out loud, like in the middle of the office. I'm like, I can do this. Right. Like, all right, like I have to actually verbalize what I'm doing. Like, all right, like I'm gearing myself up, that's a major thing for me. It sounds dumb, but like it got to the point where now like my coworker's like, yeah, because like he's feeding off that too, and I don't care what anybody else says. I know that everybody's feeding off of that as well, because work environments can be very toxic, and you have to be protective of your space. And no matter what you're feeling, or let's say you're tired or had a long day, it's important to still push through. So my general saying is just push through. So I'm always like, go get it. I'm like, I don't, even it's just a noise, like, but that helps. It keeps you going, it keeps you motivated for sure.
Right. Positivity is key for sure. So I did some research / IG snooping, and I see you caption one of your photos, your network is your net worth. Can you elaborate on the importance of maintaining your network?
Absolutely. I think so many times people look at each other as, oh, what can they do for me? Right. And my biggest thing is you don't know where someone's going to be at. Somebody easily could have, discounted me years ago. And look at where I'm at now, So I think it's important to really treat everyone respectful and make an impact. And so for many years, if you go all the way back to the beginning of my IG, there's different celebrities and different people that I've met. And the way I was able to meet these people is I had good energy. I never tried to be like, oh, this is this artist, this celebrity, let me try to get put on. Like, no, I'm Miracle. Boom. And then it's so funny because it'll be like years later, I see them again and they're like, oh, Miracle, So it's important. You never know where someone's going to be, and you never know how they're going to affect you. I've had customers in retail that were like, you did such a good job. You explained everything. And I'm just doing my job. But then later on, they're like, let me know if you ever need a job, or they give you advice, like years later. So it's important to cultivate your network, because 6 degrees of separation, there's someone that that I know, and vice versa, and you never know what they can do for you later.
So we're going to kind of go to the music tip. I love music. Yes, so. Right. So what music are you listening to right now? What genre is like, are you feeling?
Oh God, I don't even know if it's a genre. I in general like Thundercat and Hiatus Coyote, but you can understand if you hear their songs, it's like, I guess, jazz, if you want to call it that, but it's like on the more synthetic sounds. So I find it more like technical. I don't know what you call it, but I'm on some Hiatus Coyote, Thundercat, and then, I can't not have my trap and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You just gotta, sometimes, you just got to.
Yes, it definitely, keeps you hype and whatnot. So, Childish Gambino came out with his smash hit, This Is America.
Look what I'm whipping up. This is America. Don't got you slipping up. Look how I'm living up. Police be tripping up. Yeah, this is America.
And there were many messages throughout the entire video, kind of like how Keenan Ivory Wayans was in Don't Be a Menace, popping up, in certain sections where they were kind of being informative and like giving messages. Yes. So, but I know Childish, he kind of did it in a more minimalistic way. What were your thoughts on the video and the song?
I thought it was great. The song itself, I probably can't listen to it for real. Like, you're not gonna be like, this is America. Right. Like, it's because of the way it drops. Like, it's the visual part that gets it. I mean, there were so many layers to it. And I think every time I watch it, I see different things. And I try not to really focus on what people have said. Like, look at how deep. He might not have made it that deep. We don't know. He might have just really been doing the nay-nay. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. But it's cool that we're having conversations about it. And that's what I love. The part where the children are dancing, you know, with the charter school uniforms. Like, that was actually like the YouTube video where the kids were doing the, you know, the dances and stuff in Africa. Right. So it was just like, yes. And I don't know if people peep those type of things. And so, again, those many layers, you can take what you want from it. We really don't know unless it's coming from him, if that's really what the message he was trying to get. But the fact that we're trying to discuss the different layers of it is just awesome.
That's what's up. So, do you feel like Childish dating outside of his race kind of takes away from the message that he's promoting?
I don't think it negates the message. I understand why people would find issue to it, but I think if you have an issue with it, then how are you countering that at the same time? And I feel that there's more of a conversation about people dating outside of their race than there are people really talking about uplifting the people within their race. Right. So you need to put that much energy, keep that energy up when it comes to the other side of it. You know, don't just discredit because somebody's on, you know, a different race. That doesn't make any sense, you know. Definitely.
So the next one is Drizzy versus Drizzy, but Nothing Was the Same versus What a Time to Be Alive.
Okay. You said Nothing Was the Same. What year was that one? What's that, the blue one with the baby Joan? Yeah. And what's the other one?
It was like a mixtape / album.
Oh, the mix. Oh wait, that's later on.
Yeah.
That's more recent.
Yeah.
The later one.
Okay.
Yeah, like the 2011, the 2010s, like those early Jones were good. Like, I'm not a hater of Drake. I appreciate and respect it. You know, I respect the hustle.
Well, thank you so much for your time and just vibing, you know, with me. So, it's your girl JxHoney.
And your girl Miracle, aka the Finesse Queen.
Yes. Where can people find you on social media if you want them to find you?
Yes, you can find me on all social media networks at Miraculous Millie. That's the word miraculous, MILLY, MIRACULOUS MILLY.
Yes, y'all. We out.